So this is Friday, October the 1st, 1886. The castle gates were thronged by persons anxious to glean information of a more detailed nature. Only 2 of the men forming the party, we believe, were married. So that's 2 of the 16 who originally went out. And it was remarkable that these 2 men should be numbered among the victims. They were Stimpson, who leaves a wife and 5 children, and Slight, who leaves a wife and an infant. It's almost needless to say that the shock added to the suspense the wives sustained was agonizing. Mrs. Stimpson, on learning that her husband was dead, was seized with violent hysterics, which were repeated throughout the evening. I know that this sounds awful, but I'm really pleased that she was hysterical, in the sense that I'm pleased that she didn't have to feel like she had to suck it up and she couldn't just be honest about the tragedy and how awful it was. I think that says a lot about her. But it also doesn't diminish the fact that she had a husband in the morning, and when she went to bed that night, she didn't. And that my great-grandfather was only 4 months old. Yeah, he never would have known his dad. Ever.
Claire is driving to the nearby village of Grinsdale to try and find the exact place where Henry met his tragic end.
Peter yesterday gave me some documents and a very rudimental map in which to find the location of where the paper chase went. For some reason I sort of imagined it was going to be like a little stream or something, but it's absolutely massive. Obviously, on the day that it happened, it would have been really quite scary, I should imagine. It would have to be if 3 grown men were able to drown. Like, the current would have been really strong. Obviously, it's really calm today. I'm presuming my great-grandfather thought it was shallow and he could put his feet down the whole way or something. It must have been so scary. So I'm basically standing in line with where they crossed over on the other side. So they were coming from over there, where those fence posts are, basically, to here. So I'm going to read the next thing that Peter gave me yesterday, which is in the Carlisle Express and Examiner, and the title is The Search for the Bodies. Mr. Nixon, who was well acquainted with the river, had a strong conviction that if the bodies had not been swept down to the sea, a pool about 160 yards below the breakwater in front of the church would be a very likely place for one or more of them to lie. So that's literally there. So I'm going to go there, reluctantly. Oh my God, it's so close. Oh. Oh, it's absolutely bloody freezing. So he said that he thought they would be in the river in the centre of the whirlpool, which is here, I think. The drag caught some object at the bottom. It proved to be the jersey of one of the missing men. And the body, on being set loose from the sticks in which it had been entangled, rose to the surface. By the clothing and the... Oh. By the clothing and the red jersey and knickerbockers, it was identified as Private Stimpson, one of the 2 married men who drowned. There were no marks upon it, except for a slight scratch near the mouth, supposed to have been... supposed to be caused by the poor fellow biting his lip when struggling to save himself. That's so sad. I think it's even sadder because it's 400 yards from where they went in. And maybe if someone had just run down a bit, and they might have seen, but obviously nobody did.